Current and former NFL players are speaking out today about the lack of diversity among head coaches in the league just days before the Super Bowl. Yesterday, the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell took some responsibility, but he also said the individual teams need to do more to fix the issue. He said the league would consider a complete overhaul of its diversity and inclusion policies. But that's just one of several controversies the NFL is dealing with right now. We have two reports tonight ahead of the big game. Seema Modi on the intense security efforts. But first, CNBC's Jane Wells, who spoke with some current and former players about the state of the league. Jane?
Shep, it's just a game, right? No, it's a business. It's a big business, and business as usual is feeling pressure to change.
It's the biggest event in the most lucrative league in America. The NFL is a multi-billion-dollar machine that just keeps growing.
We expect to have close to 200 million fans here in the United States. But our real objective is how do we grow the game globally.
But hanging over the Super Bowl this week is a question bigger than the game. It's about the league itself and the men who run it. One team owner is accused of sexual harassment, another of wanting to tank games to land better draft picks. But most of all, there's the lawsuit by a former head coach who claims the league only pays lip service to diversity.
I think they're making progress and strides, but obviously the Brian Flores thing is something that you hate to see.
I know that the numbers aren't right. I do know that there are plenty credible African-American men that are incredible leaders, and they're not getting the right opportunity.
I believe the NFL has to change.
Travis Kelce was inside SoFi Stadium promoting a sleepover by Marriott, but he told me that Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy has been incredibly influential in his success.
He's a guy that's been on the board for a head coaching job across the league for the past 3-4 years, and I haven't seen him get that opportunity yet.
It's even being talked about at the executive level. Rams COO Kevin Dimhoff is surprised that nobody's tapped defensive coordinator Raheem Morris.
When you look at him only getting one head coaching interview this year, when other defensive coordinators with far worse resumes this year got multiple interviews, you can tell the process isn't working the way it should. That's someone who should be a head coach in the NFL, and we'll do everything in our power to make sure he is.
I also talked to Aaron Jones of the Green Bay Packers, and he actually says something really interesting. He said most black coaching candidates are defensive coordinators, and the league tends to favor offensive guys for head coach. So there's kind of a disadvantage there. Of course, the big exception is Mike Tomlin, who was defensive coordinator at the Vikings before he landed in Pittsburgh.